This is a demonstration of NX join on an assembly that's typical of what you might see in the heavy equipment industry. This assembly is going to be put together with a combination of, rather large nuts and bolts, and then there's several plates in here that would typically be welded. In here, we're not going to use, automotive spot welding type of techniques. Here we have these larger plates that, typically would be welded to one another. I'm actually going to focus on these extend plates here and where they're going to be attached to this mount below it. And what I want to do is I'm going to use a compound welding technique where basically we want to have a fillet weld that goes all the way around the edge here, but behind that there's going to be a bevel weld that's actually going to grind into this part here. And we'll look at the definition of that, how we might want to alter the geometry of the original plate so that there's room for the weld material to go in, and then how we annotate that. So I'll start by defining the bevel weld that's going to cut under here. So we'll go into join, go to the groove weld command, and the type we want to use is the bevel groove weld. So you can see here, we're going to keep the root opening. We're not going to have a root on this. We basically just want to get that 45-degree angle cutting in underneath there, and we're going to go 3 millimeters deep with our weld material. So the way we'll do that, we'll start by selecting a few faces on the mount where basically it's going to attach, and then we can kind of work our way around. And you'll notice that when I start selecting the faces on the extend plate, you start to see a curve forming, and we'll have that continue around to here, and then, I clicked too quick. Let's go back to that, and I just want to extend face set 2 to include over here as well. Okay, so you can see now we've got a curve that's going to go all the way around. Find our weld. I can also assign a material here. I'm just going to grab steel and assign that. So we've now defined our welding material, and let's generate that. Okay, so you can see we do have that bevel weld's been formed. Again, later on, I'm going to do the edge prep, which is basically the grinding of this part to have the geometry match the bevel weld that's going to be placed there. All right, so now we're going to put the fillet weld on top and basically repeat that same process where we'll grab the faces on the main mount first and then work our way around, grabbing the faces on the plate.
Thank you for watching. To learn more about this topic, check out the links in the description. And if you enjoyed what you saw, like the video and subscribe to the channel.